everybody. Joe Tessitore in Minneapolis, welcoming you to the Mexico City Plaza here in Mexico City for our main event. 10 rounds among heavyweights between George Foreman and Chris Arreola.
68 knockouts and 5 losses by way of Marshall. Big George Foreman! His adversary, with a record of 29 wins, 25 knockouts with 2 losses, from Los Angeles, Chris the Nightmare Arreola.
We went over the rules in the dressing room. Let's have a good, clean fight. Touch them up.
Well, they're scheduled to spend a half an hour swapping leather. This a 10-rounder. A nice block by George Foreman. George Foreman is the personification of a power punch. He is power punching. His opponent says, I can match power with power.
But he can't match power on both sides of the plate the way Foreman can. He can get you out with the right hand and the left hand.
And now he scores with that left to the body. 2 snapping jabs by George Foreman. And he ties up on the inside. Good defensive skill. Arreola's done a good job there, offensively scoring with that left hand.
Right. Keep moving. Keep moving.
Right to the head with that right. Now committing to that jab, straight hand, and it works out. Foreman's right hand scores well that time.
You got this one, baby. You got this one all day.
Arreola's left landing well. So right from the start in this fight, he's committed to the body shots.
Well, that's the time to go there right at the beginning, because body work pays off for you later in the fight. No sense in wasting time. Get right to it.
He just missed that shot up top. Chris Arreola's cheek is cut. You can see it's opening up now. Boy, that could be a factor later on. George Foreman's landing a combination here. That's what he does when he's at his very best. Last 10 seconds of this first round. Scored well upstairs with the right hand. Let's look at the punch count numbers here, and you can see big George Foreman in a big way after that last round.
And we're used to seeing him in a big way where it's big power. Not always used to seeing him in this big way where there's a big amount of punches. That's exactly what he's doing.
Missed the body shot. Foreman lands a formidable left. Scored well up top. A little something of his own. Blocks a shot, brings back the uppercut.
That's what we worked on in the gym. Good job, boy. Good job.
How about a return to sender with the left hand? Good job on the 2-punch combo by George Foreman. Here's a moment here as you see the step-back counter-punch where you realize this is the sweet science, not just some raw savagery swinging out there.
Look at the little subtleties here, Joe. What he does is he forces them into a position to stop the punch. And then when he stops, steps back, makes a miss, and comes right back.
Look at that combination by George Foreman. George Foreman's doing exactly what you should to be a strong defensive fighter. You got to block those punches away. Wow, what an uppercut. And that had some bite to it, that right hand by George Foreman. And you see what he can do when he sends that right to the head. You see him with the left to the head there? returns the favor with a right hand of his own. Scores big with the hook to the head. Foreman's using that jab well very early on here, Teddy. That could be a big benefit to him tonight.
Well, it's supposed to be, Joe. He has a real good wingspan. I mean, he's got those long arms. No better way to put him to use than to use that jab and use that jab at the right distance.
And that's the end of round 2. Chris Arreola's corner has to keep him calm. That's the kind of cut that can send a fighter into fits.
Yeah, and a corner man into using crazy glue instead of adrenaline. I mean, that is a scary cut, as you just said.
And round number 3 is underway. Good job. It was sudden, it was fast, it was direct by George Foreman. Fires right back at him. Great work offensively, landing that combination by George Foreman. Good scoring shot. It was a straight right. Chris Arreola grew up in East LA, takes a lot of pride in being a Mexican-American, likes to come across as a tough guy, but also a little crass at sometimes, a little inappropriate at sometimes. He's been heavily criticized for some of his national TV post-fight interviews where he's cursing left and right.
I think a lot of athletes, in this case boxers, are looking to separate themselves a little, get a little more attention because it's crowded out there. And they think that one of the ways to do it is to act outwardly in a certain way. And look, De La Hoya came from East LA, but he was able to smile. He had a gold medal. You know, he was able to get attention by being the good boy, by being real nice. Arreola feels that he didn't have a gold medal. You know, he didn't have that kind of personality. But again, I think it's the same thing. He's just looking to separate himself. He's not a bad guy. He's just looking to get attention.
Resourceful 1-2 combo by George Foreman. George Foreman's making for a clinic here in combination punching.
Well, the first couple punches here, Joe, they're throwaway punches to really set up the payoff down the road. You see the third punch, the fourth punch, the fifth punch. They are the ones that wind up landing.
Big shot. Oh, this is going to be close. He may be able to survive the round, but he has gone down now.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
This will be interesting to see how Chris Arreola reacts after being knocked down. He does beat the count. He missed with that headshot. And this round comes to an end.
Very good. Very good. All right, relax, just.
So 3 rounds in the books here. Arreola's probably feeling good about what he's accomplishing because his intent was to go out there and throw punches. But I don't think he's feeling too good if he looks at your scorecard. He hasn't won a round.
No, because he hasn't been accurate. Yeah, he's throwing punches, but they're fat punches. They're wide punches, not getting to the target.
Teddy, there are opportunities that are here for him, aren't there?
Yeah, counterpunch opportunities because he's got an opponent who's walking in a little bit. Now he has a chance to start to chuck something back.
That's a big right hand there. Solid. And he goes down for a second time. Does he have enough this time to rise up and continue on?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Arreola's corner needs to really get to their man after this round. They need to treat him after that knockdown. They also need to give him some sound advice. What's the advice you'd give him?
Well, first of all, if they're going to get the chance to get to him, he better move his head. But the advice I would give him is, hey, you go out this next round and you kill some time. Tie him up a little bit right from the beginning. Don't worry about losing the early part of the fight or the early part of the round. Just get yourself back together.
George Foreman's jammed by an uppercut. How will Chris Arreola deal with this and survive the rest of the round? I'll tell you one thing, he's got to get out of that danger zone. goes up top with the right hand. George Foreman's almost looking foolish that time he missed so badly. Arreola's opponent is having a field day, Teddy. That left hand lands again.
Well, he keeps moving the wrong direction. He needs to move away.
He is damaged. There it is! Well, he's been there before, and now he's there again. He got floored.
He can't afford to keep going on that floor. You have to wonder when the referee's going to step in now and stop this.
2, 3, 4, 5.
It's over. This fight is over. George Foreman's opponent is floored. A knockout victory. Boy, was that impressive.
Your winner, Big George Foreman.
A showcase of power punching by George Foreman. This fight is now over.
And thankfully it is, because he's taken too much, and you got to wonder about the repercussions down the road.
Alongside Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. Thanks for being with us. We'll see you next time ringside.